This might be one of the last videos I make about Grand Roleplay in a long time unless they start to fix a couple things. The main thing we're talking about today is going to be, why did they remove crates? It doesn't really make any sense, especially with everything they have in the server as of right now, and I was told by a couple different people that the developers will never be adding crates back, and that really just made me think. And that's why I decided to make this video. So you guys know, because of Rockstars Terms, they could no longer sell loot boxes or third-party content for real currency. So they removed everything. But the thing is, now you can actually earn grand coins in-game. They then decided to add the store back along with cars that you could purchase for grand coins, which once again doesn't make a lot of sense, because if you're not going to add crates back, why add cars you could buy with grand coins and not the crates themselves? It's obvious they're not going to be selling grand coins again. But because of that, that means you can add everything back. Since they could be earned in-game, then you can earn the grand coins in-game and open up all of those crates. And then there's those other crates that you could actually buy with in-game currency, the money that you have in-game. And they removed all of those as well, which makes no sense once again. I feel like they're scared to add crates back even though you can't buy them with real money, which means it's just a part of the game. It's not making them any money, it's just benefiting the community. And as of right now, the major issue with this is that's where almost all of the cars came from, or at least all of the cool ones. There are some in the store that you could buy for cash, but some of them are really overpriced, and all the other ones you see there, you can't get. It said it can only be earned in containers, and it's not just that as well. There's upgrades at custom shops, like the neon versions of certain things, or wide body components for certain cars, that can't be earned ever again unless they add the crates back, or just add those components into the game, along with engine upgrades from crates. Those can no longer be earned either. I believe you could still get engine components from the valuable crates, which you can earn from completing those quests. I'm not even 100% sure if that's still in the game. They might have removed that. I really don't know. But that means all of those engine components are probably skyrocketing in price, which will then obviously kind of destroy the economy a bit. And the economy is already destroyed, so it's just making things worse for the community by making everything that's rare now super expensive. Imagine you're a new player just starting the game. You walk outside and you see a bunch of people fly by in these beautiful supercars, and you're like, damn, I want to get those. So then you go over to the car dealership and you see how much they would cost you. And you're like, oh, you know what? That is pretty expensive, but I could probably earn that amount of money in game. So after weeks or maybe even months of grinding, you save up over $10 million, don't forget, as a new player, which would take an extremely long amount of time, which we'll talk about in a second as well. But then you go to buy the car and it says you can only get it from containers. So you ask somebody and they're like, oh yeah, they removed containers a couple months ago and they're never adding them back. So half the cool cars in the server, maybe even more than half, you can never get again. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So that person's like, well, what do I do with this $10 million? Oh, maybe I could buy a business. I see the state value for some of these gas stations and gun stores, $20 million for a gun store or $1 million for a gas station or something like that. So you go up and find one of the gas station owners and you're like, hey, I have 10 million bucks. Can I buy your gas station? It's 10 times what the state value it at. And then they're like, oh yeah, but it's going to cost you $150 million and you only make about $100K every 2 days or something like that, which is crazy stupid. Inflation in the server is absolute garbage. And obviously a lot of you guys know one of the most fun things to do in the server is getting grand coins and opening up crates. And I'm going to be honest, that's one of the things I love doing, and I know so many other people that loved doing it as well because it's just exhilarating. It's fun to open the crates and then hearing a boom, and then you win the best car from the crates, and then you could either sell it off for a bunch of money or you could flex it around the city. It was awesome. So once again, there's really no harm in them adding the crates back to Grand RP because they're not making money off of them. We can earn grand coins in game and open up the crates, and then we get access to all those cool cars again. Also tons of clothes like the Louis Vuitton outfits, which are extremely rare. Luckily I spent a bunch of money on that before and I have 4 full fits, including a full black fit. And then also luminous vans, which can no longer be obtained anymore. Same with the luminous Yeezys and Balenciagas. And then of course the engine components, and the list goes on. Like, there was so much stuff you can get from those crates. And honestly, I highly doubt they're just going to add them all back to the game out of nowhere and you'll be able to get them all for cash. I'm not 100% sure if removing crates and things like that has improved RP in the server. It might have, but every time I've loaded on to record some clips and stuff, I mean, it's still the same as it was before. It's not RP anymore. So to end things off once again, add the crates back, literally all of them. because the server can't make any money off of them, and then everybody in game will be able to obtain all those cool cars again, all those cool clothing items, and a bunch of other stuff. I think it's a good idea, or implement it all in the game in a different way, but that's going to take a lot more work, and all they got to do is simply click a button to put all of the crates and all that other stuff back in. I think they should do that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.